All right, so I want to welcome all of you to this training. This is the first time, we're looking at doing a Saturday morning training, which I'm going to keep on Saturdays for our team, and it'll be outside of the corporate training. I may look at the time window to make sure that our new people have a place to come every Saturday morning to learn how to gather customers, learn how to build their business. But we're in such an incredible time right now that I really have so much to share with you to make sure that everybody's getting ready for the new year. And so, as the year, another year is ending, I can't believe it. I remember we were just coming into 2024, and I was looking at my photos. You know how your photos tell you, this time last year, and I began to look at, where the company was, where we were, and it's just going to be an incredible, incredible launch to 2025. I'm gonna pull up a few things to show you. I am going to take a few minutes and go over the first 48 hours and the power of getting started because my goal is always this is that to my goal is to empower you to build your business. This is, we're all independent energy advisors. We're coming in to build a business. The business will literally take care of us year after year after year. And I want to make sure you understand how to be your own leader. And the goal is that at the end of the day, it won't matter if Julius was here or not. It doesn't matter if Julius was building a business or not. You have everything you need to build. And that starts with just understanding that you are now in a business that if you do something one time, it'll pay you over and over and over. Dr. Punjabi out of Dallas, Dr. Punjabi has patience, but they got to come in every time for him to get paid, right, Dr. Punjabi? They got to keep coming back to file that
Absolutely,
claim.
absolutely. Yes,
Amanda has
yes,
to
yes,
go
yes,
works for
yes,
the
yes.
federal government. She has to go to work to get a check. If she stops going to work, the checks stop coming, right, Amanda? So so Linda, you retired, so I don't even know what to say. If you stop going to pickleball, Linda, I don't know.
No, if I don't play for another church on Sunday, I won't get paid.
Yes, Linda,
Or
yes,
I
that's
don't teach
real.
another Zumba class, I won't get paid.
And and tell you, if you don't have another customer, you got to continue to do that. And I want everybody to understand the power of this business, but I want to be also realistic with you that so when we sign up one customer, the customer pays us for as long as they pay electric bill. I want you to now one customer will pay you for 10 years. In my previous company, I had customers that paid me for 10 years, but they just kept paying their bill. They didn't have to call me, they didn't have to wonder what Julius was doing. That customer paid every single month. They're going to pay that bill every month. And I remember my first residual check in that company was right around $24.16. And I was like, oh, that's not a lot of money. And then that check continued to go up. It went from 24 to 35 to 1,000. I remember getting the first $1,000 residual. And the key was that check will never go down. So if we all of us have been working for 10, 20 years, what if we just got a penny from the first job we ever worked in our life? And it continued to add all these years, every month it added more. The reason why I'm here and the reason why I'm so excited about where we're going is purely because I know what residual income will do. And I know that all of us if we build this business for 12 to 18 months, you will not have to work again. But
Mhm.
what you do in the 12 and 18 months matters. See, when I first started, when I was in my previous company, my consulting firm we were doing $40 million contracts for the government. We had, I mean, incredible, um, you know, lifestyle, incredible, everything was just really nice. But I had to travel. I had to travel every day, every week. I would leave Sunday to Thursday. And, when I look at this business, when I look at what I saw before, where I saw people doing in my own team, I got to retire a nurse. It was really great, right? And I got to retire people from their jobs. I got the 16,000 energy advisors. What I realized though is that 90% of people won't put the same amount of work in that they do for their daily job here to build something that will pay them every month. And in Texas, my one of my mentors, he did $70 million total over 14 years. He hit almost 800,000 a month. Brian McClure, when I came down to Dallas to spend time with him, he says, Julius, we're in a training business. People think we're in the energy business. We're in the training. We show people how to get a few customers. It's going to pay them every month. And he said, that's what we do. That's the business we're in. It's the thing is, we're all just programmed to go out and work. And we believe that if I can go make $1 by going to a job, if it's DoorDash, if it's side hustles, we're all just programmed that that's going to be better than building something that will continuously pay us. And so today I'm going to go over the details of what it looks like to get to 10,000 a month. I'm going to go over the specific things, no surprises. You'll be able to ask questions. Amanda and Linda, I made you guys co-host. Can you let people in as they come in?
Sure, no problem.
And so I'm going to go over exactly what you need to do. I'm not going to, I'm going to give you, many times on these trainings, for my new people, I need to give you some basics. So I'm going to go over some basics. I'm going to take about 15 minutes to do that. But I'm going to show you how to build a business that will pay you. And the average person, let's be honest, the average person needs between 4,000 and 8,000 a month to not have to work. That's, and some people at $1,000 a month, that's going to give them some breathing room. And so I want to show you that. All of you who know me, my background is numbers and engineering and business strategy. But my goal is that you understand what you have in your hand, because what I learned when I was in Texas is that I met a lot of people that they were just like, man, they got 11 million potential customers there. Maryland, you got 5.5 million potential customers in Maryland. In Chicago, you got another 2.5 million potential customers there. But here's the thing is that the only difference between somebody who's being really successful in anything is that it's just a consistency. And so we're going to have a Q&A. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you a plan today. I'm also going to be launching my mentoring program, which is going to be a 90-day blitz. I've done 2 90-day blitzes in companies before. The outcome lasted for 3 years. It built a business really big. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, I always believe in doing, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to help it make sure everybody understands what I call the first 48 hours in this business. If you are new, I'm going to help you understand what you should be doing. And I'm going to make it really clear and really plain so it's easy. In the chat, I'm going to put a few tools that you can use. And my biggest goal is to make sure that you have everything you need to be successful. And so the first thing I'm going to do is go to what we talk about all the time. It is the site that I built for us. It's called starts.thinkenergy.biz. I'm going to put that in the chat for everybody. Save this link, save it for yourself, save it for your new team members. It is the foundation of how we get started. And then under there, you see something that says the first 48 hours. So it's the very first thing on the page. You can't miss it. Forget everything else. It's start.thinkenergy.biz. And at the top, it says the first 48 hours. If you are personally sponsored by me, this is something I go through with each new advisor. I signed up a few people in Texas that will be onboarding over the next 2 days, but I'm going to open up this first 48 hours. If you're not a personal sponsor, you open this up with your new advisor. If you don't know what to do, you go to what to do for the first 48 hours. It's a video of me teaching it, so you don't have to wonder, and you can make sure everybody in your team knows what to do in their first 48 hours. So what we're going to do is that the first thing I do is make sure that I open up, there's something called, the second thing on the list is the quick start guide. And this is just something that I use, even if I'm on a phone. I have this printed out. I use it religiously with new advisors so that they know what to do. I believe if somebody is given the foundation of what to do, they can go build a successful business. There's no reason for people not to win. We have a company that's going to grow to a few $billion, and there's no reason for someone not to have the tools to be successful. So I will, if I'm on the phone, I'll have this printed out. I'll text it to them to look at if they can't print it out. But we are literally walking through this with my new advisor. And so I know Teddy is new, so this is kind of the foundation of what we would do. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down the basics of this, because in the first 48 hours, there are three things that a new advisor needs to do. Number one, they need to do their background and their certification, which is in their back office, which I'll go through, and they need to become their own customer. That's the first three things to become qualified, right? To become qualified, you have to do your background check, the certification to turn on your websites and become your own customer. That's the first 48 hours. That allows you to become a qualified energy advisor. In a company, many of you sign up for companies, and I'm gonna use all of you, like Dr. Punjabi. Before he went into a hospital, they have guidelines that, or to work at a hospital, you have to follow guidelines, HIPAA guidelines, and you have to go through trainings and make sure you're prepared. If I know Uber and DoorDash require you to go through a step-by-step process to say you are qualified to do business here. Amanda, with the federal government, you must go through a series of tests and backgrounds before you can become qualified to do work. Linda, in her world, many churches and organizations want to make sure, they may even do a soft background check to make sure that before you come and the pastor may want to talk to you a little bit. So no matter where you are, there's a process to become qualified. If you are not qualified, you cannot then start making money. So how fast do you want to get qualified? Immediately. And so the first thing you want to do is to log into your back office. One thing that I do, some of you know, I show you who your sponsor is. We get their phone number. We make sure you understand your support team. Okay, your support team, the person that sponsors you, their sponsor, and the leadership. So if you need support, you can reach out to anybody. The second thing is that we're going to then make sure you know your website name. If you don't know your website name, your sponsor can get it, because they can go right into the back office. They can see your name that you put on your website, and you can actually have that. So now we have you write that down. So where do I go to sign up customers, and where do I go to sign up customers and energy advisors? So under number two, the other thing is, you see the free energy club link. How do people get? We gave away $165,000 in free energy so far. So knowing how to get to the free energy club portal for your customers. Make sure I mute everybody out. Okay. So that's the next thing, the free energy club. And then this link right here, where it says thinksuccess.plus. Thinksuccess.plus is where all the announcements and the events are. Now, I'm going to show you how to get to all these things really fast, because I'm going to show you today how to save it on your phone. So you can just click and go. But the thing is that this is the beginning, and these are the things you need to know. You got to know your website, because that's where your storefront is. We opened a store. We can't open a store and not know where the storefront is, right? And so your storefront are your websites. That's where somebody gets started. So then we have a few more links here that we're going to bookmark, but these links, I want you all to see. I'm going to show you where these links exist in one place, so you don't have to save all of these. All you need to save is start.thinkenergy.biz, the one I put in the chat, because all of these links will be there. So that's now the first step. Now we got through the do you know who your support team is? Do you know where your storefront is? So now if I know where my support team and my storefront is, now it's start to get set up for my business. Now, if you are an energy advisor that's been here and you're sponsoring people and you don't know what to do, okay, let's say you're an advisor, maybe you didn't go through your own training. Here's what I'm going to tell you: print this out and just walk your new advisor through this document. In the first 48 hours, walk them through it. You read it, and you walk them through, because here's the thing: is that speed over strategy all day long. Speed, speed, speed. And I'd rather you, hey, let me just make sure I'm doing the right thing and walk through it. And if you don't know, call your upline and say, hey, look, I need some help with this. So the first thing, we're going to complete your energy advisor certification now. Like that is right now. And so it tells you how to log in to your back office. I will tell you the company I have found with my new energy advisors, they get an email. And in that email, it takes them directly to their certification. I signed up somebody in Texas and literally their certification, Kelly, Miss Kelly St. Meyer, who is the senior vice president for marketing for Wyndham Hotels, literally signed up. The email came. I was sitting with her, signed up. Her certification came. She sat there and signed her certification, and it was done in 10 minutes. But if you don't know, the thing is that as a all my energy advisors, if you don't do anything else, this what we do is that for every new energy advisor on all of your teams, they get a welcome text and a welcome email that I send out to also make sure they have what they need. Okay. But this, so first they're going to do their certification and then they do their background check. Now, the background check, people ask me all the time, well, Julius, why do we have a background check? Because there's 4 states that require a background check to sign up customers. So if somebody does not do the background check, doesn't mean they can't start a business. It just means that they can't sign up customers in these 4 states, and that's Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, and Illinois. All right. So the background back office, which I mean, how to get to your back office. When you signed up, they gave you a temporary password and your username, that website name we talked about at the top. But let me scroll up here real quick because I even love this. The temporary password to your back office is right here on this document. So for your new energy advisors, this document has with their username is their website handle, and then they have a temporary password. So if you don't know how to help them, it's right here on this document. So now that they finish their certification, they finish their background check. And I do this with them. Let's do this together. You know, I sit, they go through it. And then the first thing is for them to become their own customer. Because what? What happens when you become your own customer, guys? Anybody can tell me when you sign up as your own customer, what happens?
You get your first paycheck on yourself.
You get your first paycheck on yourself. So now imagine if somebody just signed up in 48 hours, they get their websites on, their certification done, they become their own customer, and the following week they're going to get a check. They're going to get a check on themselves. You're literally, if they spent $62 to sign up, and now they're going to get a check on themselves. You just showed them that, oh, this business works. Depending on the state, that check may be more than what they signed up for. But here's the thing, even in Texas, if they sign up to be a customer, they're gonna get $20 plus residual and $100 gift card. That's $120. And right now, it's in Texas, if you connect if you connect your thermostat, you get an additional $50. So now you're talking about signing up, and in Maryland right now, you sign up for retail energy and community solar, you're looking at $20 plus another $45. So now they're at $65 plus residual on both, and all they did was sign themselves up as a customer. So I don't care if you spend $1 or you spend $10,000. Whenever somebody does something in this company, they will never be able to say they didn't make their money back. So if you're not doing this step with your new advisor, and I mean intentionally doing it, not saying, oh, well, go sign yourself up as a customer, not saying, oh, you hope they go do it. No, get on the phone, make sure they get paid and set up. And that is, so now they signed up 10 minutes ago. Imagine that somebody signing up 10 minutes ago, and when you onboard them, you're being intentional. Because here's the thing is that, it says, treat thy neighbor as thyself. You would want to get your check right away, right? So why wouldn't you want them? I look at the back office and I got a lot of people where they signed up a bunch of people when we did free, right? But I'm like, you telling me you can't get on a call with them and say, okay, let's walk through. We're going to walk through this. This is what we're going to walk through to make sure that you actually have some success. It'll take us, well, let's get on the phone for 20 to 30 minutes and we're going to get your business set up because everybody deserves to have a business set up that's successful. So all I've told you guys right now is to print out this document and walk your new advisor through. Because if you're going to sign somebody up, I believe you owe them the opportunity to be successful. And they will duplicate what you do and not what you say. So now they've signed up as their own first customer. And what we're going to do is that we're going to have a conversation with them because I'm going to ask them, well, hey, do you know any other people that would like to save like you just did? Oh, do you know anybody else that wants to get free electricity? I'm going to have a conversation because here's the thing is that they signed up because they saw a presentation and they saw the presentation and they thought they could make some money with this. And we know that to do that, we have to help them get customers. Now,
Interrupt.
the next part of this is, it says define your why. I talk to people about why they're doing it. I have somebody really successful that signed up. Let me tell you a reason why they're doing it. They make an incredible six-figure salary. They work at an incredible new job that they started 60 days ago. They were like, look, I need time freedom. I need to be able to control my time. I'm at a point in my life where I have worked hard for everybody. And a lot of you have worked hard for everybody else. You have helped other people's businesses be successful. You have helped other people achieve their dreams. You've helped big companies, small companies. You've helped other people all your life. And then what will happen is that when they decide that their dreams are met and they shut down their company or they don't have budget to continue, what happens is simply is that they don't have budget to continue. They say, okay, I'm shutting my business down. And guess what? You're gone. So you have to understand why somebody is doing this. I had an incredible conversation with this young lady, and most of you would have walked by her because you say, "Oh, she's successful already. Like she doesn't need this." But she signed up in 10 minutes after she saw the 5-minute video. And then she began to sign up her staff, and she'll be in a team. But I'm telling you guys, you'll see her on some calls, and I'm gonna have her tell her story because sometimes we don't understand that. All my years of building companies and advising, I don't care what you do. I mean, I loved what being a technologist, a consultant afforded me. But at the end of the day, you got to decide what makes you happy. What made me happy was walking out on the beach down in Florida with my son and my wife. What made me happy was being able to make my own decision and not have to count on somebody else to make sure that I can make choices in my life. And there's nothing wrong with it. I was raised in the inner city of Baltimore where at the end of the day, going to get a good job was a good thing. It was a big deal. Getting the education is a big deal. And, I didn't know what it meant to get paid and I didn't have to go work for somebody. I didn't know what that meant. But you got to paint the vision. I'm telling you, most people, if you don't see it, if you don't understand what Think is doing, if you don't understand what residual income is, if you don't understand, like, man, there's a moment where the pendulum will swing and you'll start to see hundreds of dollars in residual every month. The thing is that 90% of people will not stay long enough to do that. And my whole goal is for each and every one of you to see that moment, but you got to understand why you're doing it. I know why Linda Washington is doing this business. There's a reason that she's in Atlanta, Georgia, where we're not even open, and she's building a team. She can't even be a customer, but she is building a business. Because when we believe that, hey, I can build something that can take care of me and support me and allow me the freedom I love so she can travel the world and play pickleball. Linda, I'm messing with pickleball this morning.
It's okay.
But that's our passion, right? And the thing is that we weren't taught that we can live our passion and not have to work for money. Now in this business, you're gonna help a lot of people. You're gonna go help a lot of people. They're gonna save, and you're gonna get paid every month for something they're gonna literally habitually pay for and unconsciously use. And that is why energy is so important. And in the presentation I did, and some of you will see it, I talked about three things. I talked about artificial intelligence, blockchain, and cryptocurrency, and I talked about energy. Those are the three things that are going to drive the economy for the next 30 years. ARK Investments, BlackRock, everybody is very clear on it. It is, if you pay attention or not, it's up to you. But I will tell you, energy is special. Of all three of those, energy is so special. Why? Because AI, you got to go learn about that. You got to go learn and educate yourself. Cryptocurrency, it's high risk, and blockchain, all your banks are going to be using it. But then you got this thing called energy, and the only time all of you use it every day, you don't think about it, and everybody around you will use it. In every single state, all 144 million homes will use it every day. And if you could get paid every single day on somebody doing something they will do for the rest of their life, you should be excited. And so when you help somebody get started in this business, you're setting something in place that you can change their life as long as you know, as long as they know their why and what they need to do. So I'm going to talk about customer gathering. So your new person, and for all of my folks who jumped on late, we're in our fast start guide in the chat. Can one of you guys repost the Start Think Energy link in the chat
Sure.
for me? And so the next thing is customer gathering. How do we gather customers? You are not here to chase and convince people to be your customer. This is a very important part to me because different teams do things different. And I'm letting you guys know you are not here to chase and sell somebody on being a customer. You're here to share a value. I'm going to ask all of you, is that when you go into a store, right? Or you go to somewhere and somebody is, and you're going into looking for something, right? If somebody walks up to you, and most salespeople come up to you and say, "Hey, look, how can I help you?" Right? And they come up to you, "How can I help you?" And then they start to tell you kind of, what's in the store, and they don't really ask you any questions about what you're looking for. They don't tell you the value that they have. And I'm telling you guys, I've been a multi-million-dollar consultant and business development person, and I'm going to tell you, I don't like car dealerships, and I don't like, tell me your value. Tell me your value. What value do you bring to me? So I'm going to share three different approaches with you on sharing our business. And I want you to know that if you are not confident in what you are helping somebody with, they will believe your lack of confidence. And I don't want you, and here's the rule. The rule is, if you start explaining Think Plus, you are wrong. You're already done. If you start explaining, "Oh my gosh, we get free energy and we get this," if you start doing that, I'm letting you know they're not going to be your customer. Okay. If you start explaining, "Oh, in Texas, we got this automation thing. You link to the thermostat." No, nope, they're not going to be your customer. I will tell you, I want you guys, if you guys want to test me, right? I want you guys to go get 100 no's with my process. Go get 100 people to tell you no with my process. Okay. And if you get 100 people to tell you no, I'll give you $100. All right. So now I want to walk you through this, and I'm going to give you guys this recording, and I'm even going to record this audio because I need you to understand this, is that a big part of what we do. And I'm not telling you that there aren't going to be people that's decided they don't want to save money, and we hear all kinds of crazy stuff. But I want you to understand that when you go talk to somebody, there is a way to do that. And so um I signed up a customer, and here's how the interaction went. And I'm going to start recording my call. I think I'm going to do a live call on one of our calls so you guys can hear how I talk to a customer. So if I talk to somebody, and let's just say and I'm gonna use Maryland and Texas because we offer two different things. In Maryland, when I talk to somebody, especially I'm gonna use a family member because they'll tell you no quick. You guys know family members will tell you no real quick. And so I call my aunt, and my aunt has not signed up as my customer. And I asked my aunt, I said, "Well, Aunt Cheryl, um, I wanted to see if you have actually," she works for the state of Maryland too, and I know a little bit about her. So I said on Cheryl, I said, I know you work for the state. Um, have you signed up for the state's program that will save you on your energy for 20 years? She says, no, I don't know anything about that. I said, okay, well, um, and I use our governor's name because it's a government program under community solar. So the governor's program will save you 20, roughly about 10% for 20 years. And I'm partnering with a company that's helping with that. Do you mind if if I did an analysis on your energy bill to see how much you would save under the program? And so this is the aunt that had already told me no 4 times. She already told me no because before I was trying to tell her how it's a state program. You need to. Why wouldn't you sign up for? And I was trying to sell her. And so she sent me her bill. She said, "Sure, I'll let you look at my bill. To tell me how much I would save." Because, and what I say is, I want to see if what you qualify for. So when I said the word qualify, it automatically took her. She's like, "Oh, let me. Sure, you can see what I qualify for." So I took her bill. She texted to me. I looked at it, and I said, "I'll call you back when I look at it." And what I did was is that on my phone or I printed it out. I just showed her. I said, "Hey, here's what you pay. You would save 20% every month. If you did it over 20 years, here's what you would save, or 10% over 20 years. Here's how much you would save." And when I called her back, here's what happened. She says, "Oh, well, I switched to a company like that before, right? Because people will say that, right? Because they think it's similar to." And I said, "Oh, well, what company was that?" She said, "Oh, well, I switched to this company. Somebody switched my rate, and my rate had went up after I switched. My rate went up." I said, "Oh," I said, "Really?" I said, "Okay, well, here's the thing: is that that program was not run by the state. This program you already pay for." She says, "What do you mean I pay for it?" I said, "You pay for it because this program is run by the state, and if you're paying taxes." This is a program that you already get. You just aren't signed up. She says, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I just text you the state's program around community solar." And she says, "Oh, okay." She said, "So what do I need to do to sign up?" And then we began to sign her up. Now, that was a relative. Relatives are the hardest. I have a lot of them who have not signed up. And so that's a relative. That's a different conversation because I know them, right? So now let's just go with somebody you don't know. It's a friend, okay? And if you guys have questions, write them down, and I'll go over. I'm going to pause after this. If it's a friend, it's somebody you know, and you call them, and many of you will call and say, "Hey, look, I just signed up I'm with a company, and we help people save on their energy bill, and I would love to see if I can do an analysis of your bill." Most people, red flag is going to go up right away because they know you don't know anything about energy. They know that you've been working for, and so, what I'm going to do is say, "Hey, look, um, hey, right now in the state of Texas, you already know we have 115 companies trying to get our energy bill." And your friends say, "Yeah, I'm in a contract already." And somebody came to me, and I said, "Well, look, I'm looking for additional ways to save. Are you?" Right? A question, right? And what do you think they're going to say to me? "Teddy, what do you think they're going to say to me? If I ask you, say, "Teddy, I'm looking for some additional ways to save on this bill because it's here in Texas, we use some energy. Are you looking for ways to save too?" You're muted, Teddy, but yeah, I heard you say you saying I can't hear you, but we'll work it out. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. And so, Dr. Punjabi, I'm going to say to you, Dr. Punjabi, I know you're busy, but I know with your patients and stuff, but I know you still do you still look at ways to cut costs, especially with energy down here in Texas?
You bet. You bet.
And so, I'm actually looking at a program right now that's gonna save us money, and it will be in addition to our energy bill. So, and you'll probably be like, "Well, what is that?" And
Oh,
I'm gonna say, Dr. Punjabi, look, you mind if I send you I may do one or two things because in Texas we're gonna be doing Think Smart, right? And so I may say, "Dr. Punjabi, well, this program, they actually save us on our energy and they save us by helping with our thermostat. You mind if I do an analysis of your bill to see if it even makes sense for you?
Sure.
And so the reason why we do the analysis of the bill, right? And the reason why we say, because you're not telling somebody to change. You're not telling them to do something different. You're just saying, hey, look, and if you're new, you just get the bill and you call me or one of your upline leaders and let us do the analysis for you. You don't do it yourself because you're new. You don't, all you want to do is say, hey, look, let me see if you what you qualify for. Let me see, let me see your bill so I can, it gives you time to see what they save. Is that easy? Yes or yes?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And so all you're doing is helping somebody see the value before you try to sell them on stuff. What I find is that many times we try to sell people on something. They already know who we are. They know we haven't been in energy, and we don't just try to help them. The analysis says, hey, let me just help you. Let me just see what you got. Now, we sometimes, and I know Amanda's on. Amanda, you got on bills. We've gotten bills. You've gotten bills where maybe we can help them in community solar, but we can't help them on energy, right, Amanda?
Yes, that's a
But the
fact.
analysis, I mean, if you call your friend back and say, hey, look, well, with community solar, you can save, but right now, how about, we go back, we look at the other energy part later, because right now it looks like you got a good rate. Now, doesn't that let your friends guard down a little bit? Because
Yes, it
you didn't
does.
try to sell them and you didn't try to convince them to get into something that out maybe in Maryland the rate's not the best rate. And so now you say, hey, look, okay, let's get you signed up for the 20-year savings through the state, and people will sign up because of that analysis. And you don't have to know how to do it. We got a lot of people around here that can help you do that. But then once you learn it one time, and in Texas, I did an analysis on a bill yesterday in Texas, right? Our rate is 13 cents. They were paying 17 cents. Now in Texas, everybody knows there's cancellation fee on contracts, right? We
Yep.
calculated the difference. Like she sent it over, and I was on a plane, and we couldn't talk, but I was on the internet on the plane. We saw that lady would save $96 a month being with us, right? Her cancellation was $200.
Oh, wow. In 2
So
months.
what I text back, I said, well, let her know that over 12 months, she would save $996. Well, no,
Wow.
it was $1,096 she would save by being with us, but the cancellation is $200. Tell her, based on your analysis, here's what you found. Would she like to canceling in her current contract? The lady said yes. The lady was like, yeah, I'll cancel my contract because you telling me I'm gonna save almost $1,000. But that is how you deliver value to people. That is how you help people versus trying to sell people. And you will sign up customer after customer after customer. I'm not telling you that I'm giving you a method, but you have to tailor it to who you are. Because you know your relationships. If you, I don't think there's a one way for all, but I think there's a method. If there are people that that they will just support you no matter what, and you call them and say, hey, look, I'm launching my business and I need your support. And they're going to say yes, you call those people first. If you got people that are business people and you say, well, look, I'm probably not the one to talk to them, you get another leader on the call and you do that. And for all of you who don't know what to do, you got the 5-minute video, you save on your phone, you show them, say, hey, look at this 5-minute video. Right, Teddy? You looked at that 5-minute video, didn't you?
I did. I did.
And I want you guys to know this is not, Teddy took me and Big John to Papa Do's, which is picked us up from Papa Do's, one of our favorite places. It was across from the hotel we were staying at. And Teddy, if you don't mind, I'm going to share a little bit about just our interaction. Because we got in this car with Teddy, and Teddy just was the most beautiful energy that you could ever meet. And she had her purple on, and me and Big John, I mean, just the most incredible, positive energy we could meet. And Teddy, you were on your way. Teddy, tell a story. You were actually you had just came out or you were on your way back home when you picked me and Big John up. You were like, you had said you had prayed that morning that look, if I'm gonna go, which way you were gonna go. But just share a little bit about yourself, who you are, and just kind of how we met.
Okay. I'm Teddy. I Uber. I'm retired. So when I want to get out of the house, I Uber. I'd rather make money than spend money. So I was Ubering and I was on the far side of town from my house. And I was on the way back home, which I normally go offline because I don't want to pick up any customers. But on this day, I didn't go offline and I didn't get any calls until I got right there at in the area where Papa Do's was. And I got the call, and it wasn't like a very big call, but I'm like, okay, I'll take it anyway. And it just happened to be John and what's the other
Julius.
guy's name?
Julius.
Yeah, it was them, and I picked them up, and John had like the energy, and he was like, "How you doing today?" And I'm tickled because when I get those kind of people, it excites me because I love getting beautiful people in my vehicle, but in my spirit, I said, this is nobody but God, because normally I wouldn't even be online. I would pass this place up and go on home. And they started talking to me about the energy and stuff, and their energy made my energy just go up just a whole nother level. And it was like, I want to do this because when I saw the video, I was like, this is exciting. I want to
Well,
do this.
we got
I don't have
so
to work
Teddy.
hard to do it.
So when Teddy said it was a short ride, guys, we were literally on the other side of the highway. So when I tell you the call, Teddy didn't make a lot of money on the call. She didn't because we literally we didn't want to walk across the highway. That was but she actually came back over. We sat in the lobby of the hotel, showed the 5-minute video. I just pulled my phone up, guys, and let Teddy look at the 5-minute video. John was talking to someone else and that is how we do the bit. Like you guys hear us talking trainings, but this is how we really do it. The 5-minute video is literally what we show to people. And Teddy looked at the video. We invited her back for the meeting. She couldn't make it back for the meeting that night. But Teddy, thank you, because I just want people to know that what we teach is what we do. It's not and the rule I'm going to share just this because in some trainings we don't talk about this enough. When you are out, I want you to understand is that all we do is make friends. And me and John, me and John, we aren't together a lot, but me and John's personality are like, we give people compliments. If somebody has positive energy and, we compliment people, but what does it hurt, right? What does it hurt to be kind to people? And,
Exactly.
and that's the one thing I realized. We're in the business of making friends. And you get to meet some incredible people. I will tell you, you think this business is about going out and just, be my customer. No, this business is not that. It's about meeting people, and the right people will show up in your space. And Teddy's name is Teddy Beautiful. She on the back of her shirt, she had beautiful. And she has a internet radio station. Internet radio. Yes, Teddy, I saw your purple shirt had beautiful on the back. And I said, we just laughed and had a great time. And Teddy, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm so glad you're on this journey with us. And I look forward to seeing you back in Houston soon. But we're gonna get
I'm
you
looking
started
forward
the
to
right.
it.
We're gonna get you started the right way. So me and you are probably gonna spend some more time later today, and I'll reach out to you. Okay.
I'm tickled about it. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm about to pop.
Look, and you that same excitement you had the other day. So I'm just excited for you, and welcome to the team.
Thank you.
So guys, the last thing I'm going to go over, and I took a little bit more time on this getting started piece, is this memory jogger, because a lot of you know this is here, but a lot of you are not using it. Okay. All I want you to do today is, as we prepare for our 30, 60, and 90-day blitz, is I want you to sit down and update your list. I just want you to sit down today with a pen and piece of paper. If you're a technology person, do it on your computer or spreadsheet. I just want you to update your list. I want you to go down this list and I want you to write down the names. I don't want you to overthink it. I don't want you to prejudge. I don't want you to do any of that. I want you to literally go through and build your list. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, accountant, plumber, police officer, furniture company. You if you get your clothes cleaned, if you get your car washed, if you go, think about all the people that cross your path and write a list. Just write a list. Repair people, newspaper guy, and I want you to focus on writing a list. And that's everybody's job for today. I just want you to write a list. Don't prejudge it. Don't think about it. Don't just say, let me get their names down. Because if you all write a list, a lot of you will have 100 people on that list. If you just write a list. And how many people use electricity? Everybody. And if you don't have a list, you don't have a business. Now, I'm going to give you this real analogy, and we're going to wrap up because I want to give you this. And for everybody who's new here, if you don't know what to do, you just came in, I want you to take this down in the chat, start.thinkenergy.biz, and I want you to go to first 48 hours, and you're going to hear me go through this again. And I'm going to post this video. It's going to be at the top of this page as well in about an hour. So I'm going to give you this as we close out, is that if you were to start this business, a franchise, I know we have some folks who, I saw Latasha Ward join. She's the owner of a Minuteman Press. She started that business. It cost over $100,000 to start a business. But then when she started that business, she had to then let people know it was there, right? That the doors were open. And so you didn't spend $100,000+ to start this business. But if your list is the beginning of you saying I'm in business, and it's like you don't have any. If you don't have a list, you really don't have a business, because now there's no customers. We get paid residual on customers, and when we go over here and we look at, some of you, if you haven't looked at the presentation, we get paid a residual income on customers, right? We look at $500,000 a month being paid to us, which is real. If you look at this by doing 5-3-5, 5 customers, 3 energy advisors, and helping them get 5 customers, we make residual. We get paid every single month on residual income. And right now, what's happened is that for all of you who are on this call, before we get off, here's your goal for the next 5 days for all of my folks that are on the call, because we right now are running a series of promotions. Number one, if you've been in the business, I want you to do 5-3-5 again. I want you to go get 5 customers, 3 energy advisors, and help them get 5 customers. If you've been in the business, I want you to focus on this your next 7 days. Okay, because what I do, people say, well, Julius, what do you do? Either you guys are keeping me busy, or I'm acting like I just started. It's really simple. Is that like either your team is keeping you busy with 3-way calls with supporting them with customers, or I wake up and I act like I just signed up today. So here's what I'll tell you. If your business, if your leaders, if the people you put in aren't keeping you busy, if they're not doing 3-way calls with you, what you're going to be doing is that you're going to go and do 5-3-5 again and create new energy in your business. And then for all of my new people, if you join the business, and let me go to our promotions real quick. If you join the business and you are in the business right now, here is a gift for you, okay? Now, in our business, you promote, and here are the different promotions, but if you join between November 8th and December 31st, the company has cut the requirement to promote in our business in half. So what that means is that you go do 5-3-5, and right now you need 10 customer points to promote to regional energy advisor. You need versus 20 to promote to senior. 200 for 200 was the requirement. It's down to 100. To director, 500 is down to 250. So for all of my folks who are new, you literally can promote and get the promotion bonuses for half the effort. So as we work with you, all of my new folks, I want you to understand that you literally can create an extra, for every promote, just so you know, the promotion bonuses are right here. And so you promote the regional advisor within 30 days, which we're going to do that, Teddy, together. That's $200. When you go senior energy advisor, you need 100 customer points versus 200. That's $500. And director, you get $1,000. So, so literally for all of our new folks, you literally can earn an extra $1,700 in the next 90 days, in addition to what you're paid on customers. And so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go ahead and pause for a minute. And so I know we have different folks on. Everybody should know start.thinkenergy.biz, get your quick start guide, work through that. Your sponsor, for all of us who are sponsoring people, make sure they have that quick start guide and that quick start guide training. Okay. Let me open up for any questions or put any questions in the chat that folks have. Miss Teddy, I can't hear you if you're talking to me. You gonna call me? I can't hear you. Let me see. Let me ask you to unmute. Let me see if I can ask you to unmute.
Okay.
There you go.
You unmuted me, right?
Yes.
My question is, you gonna send us the video, right, of the what happened today, our conversation we just did, right?
Yeah, but I'm also gonna send you on that page, start.thinkenergy.biz. You and I are gonna I'm gonna send you the video, and I'm gonna make sure that you and I get you all set up today as well.
Okay, my question is, will I be able to share that video with someone else?
I'm gonna give you the 5-minute video that you looked at
Mm-hmm.
is the same I'm gonna give you that video to share with people.
Okay, because
And
I
then
have
that's
I have a business already in mind.
okay. Okay, and yeah. So I'll give you that, and then what I'll do is I'll call you after this, and we'll make sure you have what you need to share with them. And then if they have
Okay,
questions, you'll just give me a call, and I'll help answer their questions.
that okay, that's what I needed to know because I've been writing people down while you were talking.
Oh, that's great. And then continue to focus on building your list, because I know you have a lot of folks, and I know with your radio show, we can talk about that too and what you can share.
Okay, also, like this is gonna be like my business that I'm gonna be, promoting, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can have cards made to pass out.
Yes, we have a whole marketing center that has cards that already have your name on it. You just got to print them.
Okay.
And I'll show you that when we get on this later after this.
Okay, and one more thing.
It's okay.
The telephone number, you're gonna talk to me about that to
Yes,
broadcast
we're
over
gonna
the
talk
station.
to you about the
Okay,
co-pilot phone number for your radio
okay,
station. Yeah.
okay, that works.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited to work with you. We're gonna do some big things in Houston.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
That's the plan.
Yeah. So real quick, any other questions? All right. Well, what I'm going to do is that the corporate fast start training is happening now. What I'm going to do is, for those of you who want to go over that, I'll send that to you. But I'm also going to just send you the recording of it. There's one thing I want to share with you, and then we can close out. This training is done every single week, and it's done at the corporate level. And I'm going to start doing a version of it. But I'm going to just share with you. We do have an app. All of you do get an app you can download and you can share the business. If you are using the app, you're not using the app, it is an incredible way to share the business and also um, manage your contacts on your phone, because it'll put all your contacts in. I'm not going to go through that in detail today, but I will send you a video training of that. The other big part of this that I really my screen's not moving forward. Let's see. The other thing is that our national convention right now, our national convention is going to be in Dallas, Texas next year. Okay. So I'm going to send out a link. We do have a promotion running where that's going to be running again for tickets for that to be half price. I'll talk about that later. These are some of the old slides. There's one that I want to get to you right now. One thing I want to show you. All right, so this is what I want to share with you, and I'm going to send you this. For all of you new energy advisors, we're going to focus on getting you to director because the requirement to get the director is cut in half, and by doing 535, we can get up to $1,700 in your pocket in the next 30 days. And so let's, for everybody who is working with new advisors, use a quick start guide and really focus on helping people promote and get paid because the company has set everything up for us. And as we move into the next 30 days for the rest of this December, I will have my first mentoring call for everyone on Tuesday. And that mentoring call will be for my 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day mentoring. Now, I want to be really clear. I'll send out the description on the WhatsApp. If you are not on our team chat, okay, I am going to put that in the chat right now. If you are not on our team WhatsApp group, it is imperative you get on that group because if you're not plugged in, you don't have a team to be successful. Now, I've been on some incredible teams, and what I'll tell you is that I have people who aren't plugged in on this team. And I have people that are, they sponsor people. They don't spend 5 minutes to let the people know how to get connected. And I literally had someone call me because I sent out an email through my back office. I put my phone number in it, and I had somebody call me, and they were like, I really am discouraged. It takes you 5 minutes to get them connected to the Facebook group and to the WhatsApp group, because now every Sunday night they'll know every meeting that's happening. They'll be connected to people that want to help and support them. So, and it benefits you as a leader because if you're not building a business, they get connected. So if they're successful, you get paid on their success, right? So what I want to encourage all of you is to make sure your team's connected, even if you're not. Because I believe that if you're going to bring somebody into a business, that they can make their money back. Why not give them every chance at that? I think that's the responsibility of us as business leaders. And I just want to make sure everybody understands it. It's something that's very important to me because I just believe that if we don't get people connected, their business will die within the first week because they don't have support. They don't know there's a whole support system here, and they don't know that they have people that want to help them win. And if you're too busy to do that, don't sign somebody up. If you're too busy to take an hour of your time to help them get connected, get started, get them on a 3-way call. When you sponsor a person, you should be calling your upline to introduce them to me, to Kirk, to John. You should do that. Why? Not because we want to take the person from you or anything, but so that they know they have a community of support. That's your new energy advisor. You're going to always get paid on them. You're always going to benefit. But why not make sure that they know there's a community here? All right. And the exercise that'll be happening in my first 30 days, so all of you can start thinking about it. When I do mentoring, mentoring and coaching is different for me. And I want you all to know this, is that I coach all of you. Coaching is giving you tools. Mentoring is accountability, a level of accountability. So through our 30, 60, and 90-day mentoring, there's steps. There'll be a 15-minute sync 3 times a week. You're going to have a list. We're going to go through how many calls you made, how many people you talk to. It's to make sure that you set your business up for a $10,000 a month business. Okay. And I get excited about mentoring because I know when I look at somebody like Linda Washington, we spent 30 days literally setting the foundation for our business. We launched it. She began to build her business. We talked. We literally. My goal was to give her everything she needed to build and support her team. And now I look at even on this call this morning. People. I tell people, look, I look at Amanda. I think I saw Alicia on. I see Jillian on. They're all out of that 30-day mentoring. The people that are showing up, or guess what? They're from that 30 days, right? Because Linda has a culture now. She's built a business from a state that people can. Her leaders look at her and say that. And so my thing is that I have over, we have over, almost 1,000 advisors in the team, right? And here's the last thing I'm going to give you, because this is stuff that people didn't tell me when I was building. I'm going to close out here. Is that Big John and Kirk are roughly 65% of the whole company. Okay. So my sponsor and Big John, 65 of the whole company, right? Me and Big John spend a lot of time together, and we talk a lot. Big John and I talk every day. Me and Kirk talk every day. Why? Because I want to be a partner, right? I'm not a partner yet. So why wouldn't I talk to a partner? I want you guys to think about this. I want to ask you, who do you talk to every day? If you don't talk to people that are where you want to go, how do you know how to get there? I talk to millionaire friends every day, multi-millionaire friends that have built why? Because I just want to see how they think. And this business is really simple, is that we gather customers and we help other people gather customers. I love talking to leaders. I find leaders that are doing great things. And, me and Milton talked for a long time. Milton's put in over 100 customers on it. When we did free, they put in 700 energy advisors. So the thing is that who are you talking to every day? And in mentoring, what I want you to know is that you got to have some sense of accountability to get the outcome where you're successful, because accountability forces you to be uncomfortable. And when you think about life and you think about where you want to go in your life, here's what I want to share with you. Everything in you, in your mind, will tell you, I don't want to be uncomfortable. You say, why do people stay broke? Why do people stay financially struggling? Because it is more comfortable to be financially struggling because you know what it looks like. But if I said to you right now, if I said on the phone with everyone here, I said, everybody on this call must have 10 new customers by next Friday, or you were going to go to jail. You would get locked up. Like it was just, if you didn't have 10 customers, and you said, okay, there's going to be and the police are going to show up. I didn't gather my customer, police are going to show up. They're going to show up at your door, your job. They're going to put you in a paddy wagon, you're gone, right? Here's what I'll tell you is that when you make a decision to do something, it will not be comfortable. It will feel so uncomfortable. It will be uncomfortable to talk to the people on your list. But here's what I'll tell you is that there's a cost for success, and it's paid every day with respecting the fact that if you are not willing to be uncomfortable, you will not be able to get there. You will not be able to enjoy the life you want if you are not willing to go somewhere you haven't been. God did not say that as long as you just had faith, it would change. He said faith without work. And we have to work. And it's the work we do. You have to believe it. You have to see it before you see it in order to see it. And so it is talking to the stranger in the Uber that you don't know her, you don't know who Teddy is, you don't know, but you have a conversation with her and you find out she's somebody who's retired. You find out she has an internet radio station. You find out she's willing to look at a video. It is meeting with a Linda Washington who I didn't know, and I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't even know if we're going to open up Georgia. 4 people come and we sit and we break bread together, a total stranger, and we're talking and I didn't know Linda knew a whole bunch of people in Maryland. I didn't know who she was, but sometimes we have to be willing to be in a space and have faith in a space that's not comfortable to live a life that is incredible. And you cannot walk around in this world without vision and expect that change is going to happen. Man or woman without vision, what? Perish.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, we believe that, my favorite book, always gives me every day I read it's not just a book on life, it's a book on business, it's a book on family and relationship. And the thing is that no, I was like, man, I don't have a team that's growing in Houston. You guys want to know, everybody say, well, Julius, why are you? I'm going to Houston because if I'm not willing to have the faith that I can build something I can't see, I can't expect to have the results that it will deliver. But now I got Teddy, Kelly, I got Orlando, I have Angela, I have Lisa, I have Tony, all these people. Why? Because I went to a 3-day trip down in Texas. I got Kay Owens who brought Violet and all and so 3 days of faith can produce a fortune. So I want to encourage you to really think about what you have in your hands, because the difference between somebody that will in 12 months we'll probably have our first $100,000 a month earners, and some of you will look and say, man, how's that possible? It's possible because they just believe without seeing. And that's what faith is. So I'm here for you. I'm here. Like I'm fully focused, guys. It's holiday time, but I'm telling you, those of you who are calling me and we're doing calls, I'm ready. We're going. I'll send out my mentoring call and program. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna focus on winning the trip to Cabo. We still got time to win. For all my new people, we got time to win the trip to Cabo. And for all of my folks that are in, everybody should focus on promoting to your next level. And literally, my task to everybody is to put in 10 new customers this week. I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to believe in yourself. Business. I want you to get plugged in and challenge yourself. If you don't have anything you're doing, I want you to get on the call. The call, our nightly call for presentations is 30 minutes. If you don't have anything to do, get on the call so you can keep learning your business. So you can keep learning, keep being plugged in. And I want you guys to have an incredible weekend, guys. Enjoy your families, enjoy your time. And look, it's a beautiful moment in time. And this company, Michael Falquist, is gonna, when we calculated the payout, on every customer in the company, we pay out $225 up and down the line. So every customer, we pay out about $225 up and down for the whole. And so when we look at the company goes to, we looked at like for every $1 million, right? The company's going to be paying out over 60% to the field, $600,000, hitting $1 billion. I think we calculated almost $700 million paid out to us. A customer you sign up one time will pay you for the next 10 years or more. So let's go out and help a lot of people, guys. Let's go out and help a lot of people. And no, it's not supposed to be comfortable all the time, because greatness never was supposed to be comfortable. So have a great day. God bless you guys. And I look forward to seeing you all on our calls. I'll get this video out. Give me about 10 minutes. I'll get the video out to everybody. Be blessed, everybody.
Thank
Take
you.
care.